Lukinski, let's go! Another video from paradise today from Melrose, and it's a typical question: what does 5% yield mean? So let's talk about two questions. First of all, what is the yield? And second, why do you need it? So let's talk about it. First, what is the yield? You have costs. If you get a real estate and you purchase it, let's say you buy a property for $1 million, you will probably make a down payment of $200,000, $800,000 is a loan by the bank. So you pay that back every month, okay? You have your monthly repayment. Whoa, the sun is coming up. 2% repayment and also 2% savings. If something happens, you need to repair something. So this is why you need 2% to pay back the loan, 2% to have savings on your account, and you have the interest rate, always based on your repayment, okay? So you have your repayment 2%, you have your savings 2%, you have your interest rate 5%, so you have 9% yield you need off the purchasing price every year, okay? And this is why you calculate the yield. So you already see, okay, I need a minimum of 9% yield. Where's the error? Yes. If you have 5% of yield, it's not enough to cover the cost, so you're in negative cash flow. And if you buy a real estate as an investment, you don't want to get into negative cash flow, you want to have positive cash flow. Because if you have a yield of 9% and you don't have more, you're just covering the costs. Covering the costs is not perfect for a real estate investment if you have the first one and you need the money, okay? So you need the yield, it's about 9%, right? And this is basically the whole story. So if you ask yourself, what is 5% yield? You know it's not enough money. Now you know what the yield is. And now let's calculate the yield, okay? It's basically a simple formula. I just posted right here or here. You just take your yearly rent and you calculate through the purchase price, and then you have a percent, okay? And that's the yield. So let's say you make about 12,000 rent a year, you pay 120,000 for your property, you have a 10% yield. As you already learned, okay, 10% yield, it's covering the 2% repayment, 2% savings, 5% interest rate, 9% in total. So you know, okay, I got 1% more than I spent every year. And this is a positive cash flow, so quite the best for you if you start with your invest. So, yeah. So you learned a lot and you know now what is a 5% yield. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please like it. Subscribe my channel, would help me a lot. Lukinski, let's go!